This is what I was saying earlier.
What does democracy look like? This is what democracy looks like.
This is what I was saying earlier.
I'm live from Washington, D.C. And let me tell you what's going on.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
So this is an agitator. Let me tell you what's going on here.
What democracy looks like.
Let me tell you what's going on.
What democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
So let me tell you a little bit what's going on so you guys can hear me. Welcome everybody to another rendition of Delete Lawz. My name is ChilleDeCastro. This is the channel that I started in 2021. So I'm in Washington, D.C. for the Trump D.C. takeover of the police. Good to see you, Let's. What's going on, brother? So let me tell you what's going on here. This guy is playing music, and what's happening today is Zelensky is at the White House today. So all the roads are closed down. You have a gigantic police presence here, but the gigantic police presence is for Zelensky and for some European leaders who have flown in today. So you have all these Secret Service. So this is I don't live in Washington, D.C., so the strange thing that I've seen here today is you have Secret Service members out here on the street actively engaging with the crowd, which to me is absolutely surreal. So because Zelensky is here, what it has done is it's brought out the people who support Ukraine. And so I don't know if they're supporting, I don't know if there's going to be a Russian contingency here that supports or not, but this is the Ukraine. Everybody do me a favor, hit the like button, tap on your screen for me, tap right on the glass of your screen. This is live from Washington, D.C. I flew out here to cover the D.C. takeover. The problem...
Hey guys, we got a view.
Hey, what's that?
Who are you recording?
I'm a journalist. I'm covering the protests today, and I was just covering the D.C. takeover. What brought you out? You're supporting Ukraine?
I'm originally Ukrainian with the father on the front line.
Oh, right now?
This is the right thing to do, to stand with Ukraine.
Yeah, everybody has their mission and their cause for sure, and I respect your mission. I respect the fact I give you the right, I respect your right to stand here and say what you want and to protest peacefully.
We're not protesting, we're supporting.
Oh,
That's
so-
the main thing. We're supporting Ukraine.
Assembling then, would that be a better word instead of protesting? Because you have a First Amendment right to assemble.
Could be.
So I support your right to assemble. Would that be a better way to put it?
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. What's your name?
Anastasia?
Chille.
Hey, Anastasia.
You're on a channel called Delete Lawz on YouTube. You can watch that channel. Here, I'll give you one of my cards.
Thank you.
Do you know the guy in the white hat?
No?
That's
That's a guy in the white hat.
I would bet that that's the undercover. Because maybe not. I don't know. They always put undercover cops in the crowds.
Let's uncover.
Let's uncover him. Let's see what happens. But
Well,
yeah.
it's good. We want for police to be with us because we're going to have a lot of provocation from Russian side, of course. They always come. They always show their real face. And
Really?
They're a peaceful crowd. So, yeah.
So this is the Ukrainian assembly. You think there's going to be a Russian assembly that's going to show up here?
One or two always shows up
Okay.
and show their real face. We're not surprised. We know who they are.
Oh, okay. So they like this guy over here playing the music. He's an agitator.
promote something.
Yeah.
I think that he's harmless.
Yeah.
I wish he wasn't doing it, but
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
Well, just because it affects my live stream and to be able to, YouTube will do what they do. So I don't like the music, but I mean, if he wants to talk on the loudspeaker, I support that. But playing music just to disrupt people, I think is a.
There's better music to play too.
There is better music to play. God bless you.
God bless you too.
So if you guys are just getting here, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Hit the like button by double tapping on the screen. This is live from DC here today. And I came here to take a look at what was called the Trump DC takeover of the police here. Welcome, everybody. Tell me where you guys are watching from right now. Tell me where you guys are all watching from. Put in the comment section what city, state, country, what county you're from right now so I can read off some names here. But anyway, so we came down because I've been here for 2 days looking for the Trump DC takeover of the police. And that's why I came here. However, over the last 2 days, we have driven around. I'm with Dick Heller. We have driven around all of Washington, D.C., looking for a massive police takeover of D.C. And what you guys are seeing is it's very similar to the L.A. riots. You remember when they said there was riots in L.A.? My mom called me as I was on the front line of the protests in L.A., but the mass media was calling it riots. It's similar now here in D.C. They call it the Trump DC takeover of the police, but the thing is there hasn't been any. So I'm gonna, this guy here, he has come here. The Ukrainian people, the people who support Ukraine, they are here chanting to support Ukraine. This guy over here, he's an agitator. Where is everybody? Good to see you, Viking. Thanks for coming. Where are you guys watching from? Officer, is it normal? You guys, Secret Service, usually come out on the street like this? Okay, cool. I just wonder if you regularly come out here, that's all. Okay. I'm not from here, so I've never seen it. You know what I mean? We see Secret Service in suits with dark glasses. I've never seen you guys on the street like doing crowd control. Two sides. No problem. So when the cop tells me to, let me explain it to you. Excuse me. So this is the agitator here. And what this guy has done is he brought his sound box here and he's playing music as people are chanting, "We stand with Ukraine." Now what happened earlier, if you guys don't know, is I was filming this right here, and what happened was one of the Ukrainian supporters went over and said something to him in his ear, and he jumped as though someone had just spooked him. And so then all the Secret Service and the cops came over here, and then the cops started to give a Ukrainian guy unlawful orders. Well, you know, if a cop gives unlawful orders and I hear it and I see it, what I do is I take them apart at the seams, and that's what I did. Dick Heller. Gun dude is in the house, everybody. The gun dude is in the house. So if you guys don't know about Heller versus District of Columbia, is it DC versus Heller?
DC v. Heller.
DC v. Heller 2008. That is Heller from DC versus Heller.
We had an interesting experience. I was showing my stun gun to a lady that needed protection of some sort. I zapped it once, put it back in my bag, and about 5 minutes later, I was said, "Could you come and have a chat with us?"
Was it Secret Service or cops?
Yeah, no. And then they said, "Are you Dick Heller?"
Are you Dick Heller?
I could not believe it.
You said, "I am Dick Heller."
I'm still aghast.
We are both carrying stun guns because you can't open carry or carry a firearm in Washington, D.C. unless you have a permit, right? You can get a permit here in D.C.? A gun permit? Can you get a permit to conceal carry?
Certainly.
You can get a concealed carry permit here, but so what we're just doing is carrying stun guns just so that if we have to have...
We're not going to get in a shootout in the middle of Washington in the daytime.
No. So So let me explain what happened earlier. You guys missed it. It'll come out later in a short video that I sent over to the editor to put together. But let me tell you what happened. So the guy who is the agitator, the guy playing the reggae music over here, what happened was he was playing reggae music, and so all the Ukrainian supporters started to yell at him. This is what democracy looks like. Show us what democracy looks like. So I was standing right there, and one of the Ukrainian supporters said something in the ear of the agitator, and he jumped as though he had been like poked in the side. So then a cop came over to the Ukrainian guy and said, hey, you know, blah, 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 blah. And so I said to him, no, you are out of line, officer. And then we had some very choice words. I exercised my First Amendment right to free speech. And you guys will see that come out in just a couple hours here when the editor gets that cut together. So we are live from DC. You guys, everybody tap on your phone, hit the like button. If you're on your computer, hit the thumbs up button for me if you would, please. There's nothing to be confused about, my friend. I can't read the comments because they're going a little bit fast. But the thing is there's nothing to be confused about. I came here for the Trump DC takeover of the police. I have not seen that yet, and I have traveled up and down all of Washington, D.C. So we came out today to watch the police close down a homeless encampment. But the thing is that the homeless encampment closed down didn't happen. So then we decided to walk over to the White House and check out what was going on at the White House. And what we saw at the White House was that Zelensky is in town today to have a meeting with Trump at the White House, which is just right over here. We're at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue now. So we are right here at the White House. And so what happened was a Ukrainian delegation decided to use their First Amendment right to assemble. And during the assembly, you have one guy here who is the agitator. I can show you a little bit of what that looked like.
Well, before we did it, so I checked the great
Good to see you, Potter's Rights. Good to see you. Good to see you, Border. Good to see you, Chad. Good to see you, man. LMS, good to see you. How are you? Blunt, what's going on? Johnny C, Scrubzilla, Wholesome, what's going on? Good to see everybody. It's good to see everybody. So, yeah, you know, I told you guys that I would try to change any sort of verbiage, but unfortunately, when that cop gave unlawful orders today, I took him to school. I took him to school. Sure. I'm a little worried because I told that cop to go F himself.
Why?
Because he gave me an unlawful order, and I told him he could F off. So the 2019 case of Bartlett versus Neves says that it is not a retaliatory arrest if there's probable cause to arrest you. Neves versus Bartlett, 2019. You guys can look that up if you want to. And Neves versus Bartlett.
I just made friends with him.
Well, not the black cop who has like a little skin pigmentation.
The white cops recognize me.
Oh, the white cops recognize you, but
Gundude.org.
Gundude.org if you guys want to sign up at Dick Heller's organization. Gundude.org is his website.
It's 501c3.
It's a 501c3. If you guys support gun rights, go to gundude.org and drop a donation for Dick Heller. And he's at Heller versus DC 20. from 2008 until now. Yeah, bro. Don't be spamming, dude.
I had a cabin. I have a cabin.
Sorry. So it's crazy because they put a police tape here, and it looks like they have some sort of. So there's the black minivans. More press is coming in now. Listen, you guys are welcome to support Ukraine. You're welcome to support Israel. You're welcome to support Russia. You're welcome to support the United States. You're welcome to support Canada. You're welcome to support whoever you want, but please don't spam because you will get booted out of here. State your position and let it be known. And if you keep on putting over and over and over, support Czechoslovakia, then you're going to get booted out of here. So. Absolutely. I'm a big America supporter myself, my friend. I'm a huge America supporter myself. All for America. And this is the one area that I agree with Trump, is I am all for America first. Unfortunately, we are owned by a foreign government, and so we are not America first.
Yes, I agree.
Good to see you, Les Paul. Thanks for coming, buddy. Potter's Rights Media is in the room, everybody. Good to see you, Potter's Rights. Is BZ Watchdog in here? BZ Watchdog is in the room, everybody. You guys do me a favor. Get over to those two channels, Potter's Rights Media and BZ Watchdog. BZ Watchdog, put your link in the chat. And Potter's Rights Media, Let's OTVO, get your links in the chat. I want you guys to subscribe to my friends, if you would, please. These are some sort of diplomats from, not sure where they're coming from. That's Telemundo there going in. Oh my God, there's 1,000 people in here and 91 likes. You guys do me a favor, tap on your glass. Let's get to 1,000 likes here real quick. We're only at 100. Let's get to 1,000 likes real quick. I'll move my finger, but you guys double tap on your glass of your phone or hit the thumbs up button if you're watching on your computer. Let's get to 1,000 likes real quick. Let's get to 1,000 likes. No matter if you support Israel or Russia or Gaza, Palestine, Israel, no matter who you support, let's get to 1,000 likes so more people can read your opinions down here in the comments. And I got no problem with you voicing your opinion. Please just don't spam the chat. I appreciate that. Thanks, you guys. So I don't know what YouTube China is going to do about the music here, but I can't stop it. You guys are welcome to support whoever you want. I got nothing against you guys for, you have a First Amendment right to say who you support. Okay, gotcha.
Yesterday,
Protest against National Guard. Where was that?
New York Times yesterday.
I see that.
So it's 50 square miles, and they found one intersection.
Right on. One intersection. Yeah, there. I mean, Dick, tell them there has been no DC takeover of police. We have not seen it.
We've been looking.
We've been driving around for hours and hours trying to find this.
The worst part of town.
We drove to the 6th ward, to the 7th ward, to the 8th ward. We drove to every ward you could drive to here, and there is no DC police takeover. Just like there was no LA riots. There was no LA riots. No such thing. This is mass media.
Maybe at one intersection was there an LA riot? Maybe.
Exactly.
I'm guessing.
You guys, this is Heller Gun Dude, gundude.org. Dick Heller. So if you guys are unfamiliar, recently there was across national media, they ran a bunch of headlines calling LA riots. Well, let me tell you something. When my mother called me when I was in Los Angeles and said, "Oh my God, son, are you safe? I'm watching on TV the LA riots." I said to her, "Mother, I'm standing on the line between the protesters and the cops. There's no riots. I'm ground zero." And my mom was like, "What? They're all over the media that there's LA riots." I said, "Mother, there is no LA riots. I'm perfectly safe. I'm literally standing 1 foot from a cop, 1 foot from a protester because I'm a member of the press. I'm covering this bad chicken." Similar to what they're saying now on the news, how there's the Trump DC police takeover. There is no DC police takeover. It's not happening. You're gonna get isolated incidents where the cops are arresting people for smoking weed on the street, which is abhorrent and tyrannical. But really, there is no gigantic police state takeover here. It's just not happening. It's just not true. I mean, my audience knows, put Team DLZ in the chat. Hey, Swamp Fox News, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat. I super appreciate it. But there is no police state takeover here in Washington, D.C. That's just not true. We saw that over COVID. You guys remember COVID? Double tap on the screen if you remember COVID, and you saw the National Guardsmen come in and police all over our country, up and down the roads. It's not happening here. It's not happening here. You have this police presence here today because Zelensky is in the room, because Zelensky is here. And obviously, if you're dealing with Zelensky and Putin, you're talking about war. And so they want to kill each other, and they'll kill each other anywhere they possibly can. I don't know if they would disrespect America by trying to do anything here at the White House, but we never know. You literally never know. So that's why there's a heightened police and Secret Service presence here at 1600 Pennsylvania. But there is no police takeover here. There are isolated incidents of police acting like tyrannical JBTPs. Put it in the comment section, JBTP. But the truth is there's no police takeover here. It's a lie. The media is lying to you. And I'm telling you that right now, from my mouth to your ears. There is no DC police takeover. It has not happened. Dick Heller and I have driven this entire city for 2 days straight. Look for this overwhelming police presence. It's not true. It's not true. I agree with that. I think Putin definitely has something on Trump, or he wouldn't be so compliant. I also think Netanyahu has something on Trump, or he wouldn't be so compliant. Yeah, make America again, huh? Is that what you did to your hat? Right on, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate your service. So we continue here. I got to be really careful because I told a cop earlier to go and fly a kite because he gave a very unlawful order, and it made me incensed because I do not want an unlawful order given to me. So now there is a banner up over here. You guys do me a favor, only 229 likes and 2,000 people in here. Double tap on your screen, hit the like button for me. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Can you see that number? It's 231. Double tap on that screen, hit the like button for me. I flew out to Washington, D.C. to do this. And thank you to my friend Big D. Big D. Without D, I wouldn't have been able to come. But Big D helped me get here, and I'm super grateful. Thanks, D. Appreciate you. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. I really do. I'm an independent journalist. I'm a full-time civil rights activist. I came out here to cover this so you guys could see up close and personal what is actually happening here. So let me open up my phone and let me show you guys a really heated exchange. Let me show you something. This exchange right here was unbelievably heated. Do I have it on this phone or is it on the other phone? Damn, it's on the phone that I'm recording from, so I can't show it to you. Big D, my man D. Thank you, D. I really appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot. I was able to come here because of D, so I'm super appreciated. Yeah, just so you know, there is no DC takeover of the police here. This District of Columbia has not become a police state. It has not. I have driven this entire city multiple times, and just like there was no LA riots. If you guys don't know, there was no LA riots. It's just not true. It is not true. So let me get a shot of this banner. What's up, gun dude? I'm gonna stay and film.
Sure, you got a call.
I got the Metro card. I'll see you back at Fort Heller. Go, gun dude. So we're gonna read some of this here. So this is the banner that they put here. So now they've closed off this road, so we're gonna be able to walk more in the road here. So this says, what kind of patriots are we? And then this here is gonna say, Trump is sabotaging Ukraine's fight for independence. And then this one here says, would be celebrating a 4th of July. Would we be celebrating a 4th of July? What if France had pulled back from America? So if you guys are unfamiliar, the reason why we have a country today is because of this country right here. Without France, America would still be England. France absolutely, completely, utterly made it possible for us to have. Julian, there's my boy. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Sounds going in and out, windy. You guys are welcome to love and support whoever you want. I'm not gonna censor you for loving Trump, hating Trump, loving Hillary, hating Hillary, loving cops, hating cops. The only time you will get censored is if you personally attack me or you spam the chat. Yeah, this is the PIGGIE who I had to tell to go fly a kite because this man right here decided to give me unlawful orders, and I told him literally he could go and fly a kite. I told that guy right there, I told that cop right there, you go fly a kite, copper. That's what I told him, because he decided to give me unlawful orders, and you are not my daddy, is exactly what I told him. So he's not going to tell me what to do. You don't have a right to tell me what to do. But he's still pointing me out to the Secret Service guys. I'm not sure if they noticed or not, but I'm wearing a peace shirt. So he can say whatever he can do and say whatever he wants. I haven't done anything wrong but tell him to go fly a kite. It's really strange. I don't know why there's not more people in the road here, because you have the police have cut off the road here, and the police have cut off the road there, and the police have cut off the road there. And this is mainly to protect Zelensky and Trump, who are having a meeting in the White House. Oh, dude, you're more than welcome. Okay, go ahead, brother. Let me help you out. There you go, bro. There you go. Helped you out. There you go, dude. There you go, amigo. Thanks for coming by the chat. I really appreciate it. You guys do me a favor. Put Team DLZ in the chat. Put Team DLZ. Team DLZ. Put it in the chat for me. We're still not at 1,000 likes with 3,000 people here. Can you guys double tap on the glass of your screen? Double tap on the glass of your screen. Double tap like you're trying to do one of those speed games where you tap on the buttons, or hit the thumbs up button on your computer if you're watching on your computer. Super appreciate it. Now would be a good time, BZ Watchdog, Potter's Rights Media, to get your link in the chat so you can get more subscribers to your channel. Free Ukraine, she taped it on there.
Yep.
Oh, so I wonder if the guy finally turned off the music. If he turned off the music, I can come over here and start to do some interviews and talk to some people and see what's going on.
Yeah, it's good.
My purpose in life is to be a freedom fighter, to overturn Terry versus Ohio and end handcuffing and torture cuffing people in America. We're going to get rid of those handcuffs before my time on earth. So that a-hole. So it's not illegal here in Washington, D.C. to play music and to use amplified sound. So you have a guy over there who's an agitator, and what he's done is he's turned on a stereo to disrupt the Ukrainian assembly. Because you have a First Amendment right. What are the 5 big freedoms of the First Amendment? Put it in the chat right now. What are the 5 big freedoms of the First Amendment? Who knows the 5 big freedoms? Can someone put the 5 big freedoms of the First Amendment? What are they? It's called RAPPS. Religion, assembly, petition, press, and speech. RAPS, R-A-P-P-S, the first 5 freedoms of the First Amendment: religion, assembly, petition, press, speech. RAPPS. Yeah, I told you, man, personal insults will get you booted out of here, dude. Come on now. I'm here covering the DC protests, the DC, well, it's supposed to, well, this is, so a Ukrainian woman told me that this is not a protest, this is an assembly. Well, she didn't say assembly, I did, but this is not protest, this is an assembly. And she really wanted to be clear with me that this is an assembly and not a protest. If you guys learned something today, you're welcome. I'm super happy that I was able to teach you something. So, somebody just said that so that's going to be, someone just said that, so somebody just wrote in the chat that they don't have a problem with them assembling, but they have a problem with them blocking the sidewalk. What you want to do, sir, is look up the 1969 case of Shuttleworth versus City of Birmingham. Shuttleworth versus City of Birmingham was actually about Jehovah's Witnesses who were handing out pamphlets promoting Jehovah's Witness religion. Well, they were arrested and put in jail for handing out pamphlets on the sidewalk promoting the Jehovah's Witness religion. It went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said in 1969 that sidewalks are First Amendment territory, that people have a right to stop and talk on the sidewalk. If you don't have a right to stop, then you don't have a right to travel. If you don't have a right to travel, then you don't have a First Amendment right to liberty to be free. So anybody who has a problem with people assembling on a sidewalk, you need to look up the 1969 case of Shuttleworth versus City of Birmingham. How many people in here support our First Amendment right? Put a 1 in the chat if you support our First Amendment right to assemble, petition, press, speech, religion. Put a 1 in the chat if you support our First Amendment right to be able to assemble. So I think we have another person who's going to play a stereo. I think this is another stereo system. Welcome to a demonetized YouTube stream. So he has a amplifier system as well. We found our Secret Service guy. He's got an earpiece in. This is
Why did Trump stop aid to Ukraine? Mulvaney gave his account of why Trump decided to hold back military aid to Ukraine. 1, Trump felt the other European countries were not doing enough. I agree. All right. And 2, Trump felt Ukraine was a corrupt place. I even more agree. It is corrupt.
Bullshit.
All right. One of the most corrupt places in the world. Okay? One of the most corrupt places in the world. Okay? So, anyway, I'm glad. I don't know, man. Don't make me no difference. It don't make me no difference. Okay? Because it ain't like she can sing. She can't. All right? So, who is the largest donor? I don't want that shit. You don't want that. Okay? The U.S. is the largest provider of military assistance to Ukraine. All right? We provide. And like I said earlier, you got
Is this the Ukrainian national anthem? Do you know, ma'am? Is this the Ukrainian? Is this the Ukrainian anthem? Okay. I don't know it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know the answer. I'm just being honest, you know. Huh? That's the name of my channel on YouTube. You're on it right now. You can go to that YouTube channel.
Get out of my face, though. Get out of my face, man.
Okay, so this guy has done this a few times. He says that that you have little dick energy if you disagree with him doing what he's doing.
Do it again. Do it again.
Do what?
Do it again.
Do what?
More singing. Do it again. More singing. You got a great voice. You got a great voice.
Лузі червона калина похилилася, що наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину відіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну визволяйте наші добровольці у кривавий день, та й прославить кожний український кривський день. А ми тії мозки заживемо, а ми нашу славну Україну червона калина похилилася, чогось наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну
Annoying. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. What's annoying is the two different sound boxes. It's the sound box of the music playing and the sound box of the other. They're playing their national anthem for Ukraine. So there's just the two different sounds coming at the same time is super annoying. Is what I was referencing there. Because remember, I'm a member of the press. I'm covering this. I'm just going to cover this. I flew out to D.C. to film the Trump D.C. police takeover. But to be perfectly frank and perfectly honest with you guys, I have not seen a police state develop here in Washington, D.C. And I've traveled the entire city with freedom fighter Dick Heller. We traveled the entire city for 2 days in a row. I have not seen a D.C. police takeover. I have seen videos of individual people being arrested for weed on the street, for jaywalking, for clearing out homeless encampments and things like that. But I haven't seen the police state that's being portrayed in the media. And you guys know, I do not support Trump. I do not support Biden. So I'm not a left versus right. I'm a centrist all the way. I'm an independent. So if there was a police state here, I certainly wouldn't hide it from you guys. I would not hide it from you. No way. There'd be no way. No way. It's so preposterous. Yeah, at night you have checkpoints. So someone said that, what about at night? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah said that, what about at night? At night there are checkpoints here. I haven't experienced them yet because I haven't been out at night because I'm jet lagged a little bit. I'm asleep by last night I was up super late, but I will get out there tonight and see if there's any checkpoints and stuff like that. We're not quite to 1,000 likes yet. We're only at 662. If you guys can double tap on your screen for me. I don't think you're getting a lot of live coverage from Washington, D.C. So if you are getting live coverage from D.C. and you haven't gotten that opportunity before, then double tap on the screen, hit the like button for me. That helps me because that's what I do for a living, is I have to ask you guys to double tap on your screen and hit the like button. Nari, you are welcome to root for Russia. You are welcome to root for Trump. Is that right? Are there checkpoints in LA? Lady Weiser? I didn't know there was checkpoints in LA all weekend. I didn't know that. Hit the like button. This protest is only going to get bigger. This assembly, I guess you would say, is only going to get bigger. Team DLZ rolling through the chat. Put Team DLZ in the chat. See, this is what the South Americans, the immigrants from Mexico, Guatemala, this is what they should have done, is put the American flag, because a lot of people didn't appreciate with flying the foreign flags. Team DLZ is rolling through the chat. Put Team DLZ in the chat, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I mean, it's so weird to me. There we go. The music finally. Oh no, it's back. Someone asked a question here. If you guys want to know my position, my position on Ukraine, Palestine, Gaza, Israel, my position is extraordinarily clear. I'm America first. I'm for the money of our tax dollars should go to our veterans who are sleeping on the streets. We shouldn't have a single veteran on the street if we're going to be supporting wars in Russia, Ukraine, Palestine, Israel. We shouldn't be spending a single dollar. If we have a veteran who served our country sleeping in the streets, every single tax dollar should be going to Americans first. And that's how I feel about it. I do not believe that we should be supporting other countries in wars. I don't think we should be paying for their bombs. I don't think we should be paying for their health. I don't think we should be paying for other countries. So that's where I stand. Someone asked me where I stand on it. America first is where I stand. A few places I agree with Trump, but as we know, Trump is owned by Israel. So there it is. Thanks, Jaded Joyriders in the room, everybody. Oh, we're almost to 1,000 likes, man. We're at 830 likes. We're almost to 1,000 likes. Double tap on that screen. Let's get to 1,000. After I get to 1,000, I'll stop asking you guys. Just got to get to 1,000. No, listen, hold on a minute, dude. I'm not for war. I'm a peace activist. I am not for war at all. And I'm sorry that people are dying in Ukraine and dying in Gaza, and I'm sorry to see that. At the same time, what we have done in our country is we have sent our troops off all around the world. Something going on, hold on. Trying to see where this little delegation of people is going here. You have these black Sprinter vans here that are all tinted out, and then you have people kind of rushing through the crowd here. They put the sirens in the street. That was a distraction. Sorry, apologize. I didn't step on it, did I?
No, it's good. Sorry,
Okay.
excuse me.
Well, didn't mean to. Sorry about that. Go ahead. This was that delegation of people who slipped back to the side when the sirens in the street started flying by. And so I'm just kind of curious. I think it's European news. Where are you from? You're from France. Okay, thanks, man. Viva la France, my friend. Yeah, a lot of people, you know, I've been with Dick Heller for the last couple of days, and it's pretty much just a constant history conversation with Mr. Heller and I. And we talked in depth yesterday about the role that France had in America, and the simple fact that without France, we would not be America today. So it's kind of strange how we have this kind of love-hate relationship with France today. And then, you know, we crawfished and kind of stuck them in the back after they helped us get freedom, independence from England. Then they came to George Washington and said, hey, we're in the middle of a French Revolution. Can you help us? Can you help us? And George Washington said no. He said outright no. And that continued through John Adams' presidency and through Thomas Jefferson's presidency. And then by then, you had James Madison coming in, and James Madison was mostly consumed with the War of 1812. A lot of interesting comments. I can't keep up with all of them. Oh, you're going to lose your pull, brother. Right on, Jaded Joyrider. Right on, Jaded Joyrider. Thanks for your support, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, she cannot sing very well. I know a lot of people who support Ukraine love the Ukrainian national anthem, and I have nothing against it. I'm all for the Ukrainian national anthem. She just can't sing very well. You know, I can't sing very well either, so who am I to... Thank you, Justice for All. I actually got to read your comment. I appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot, Justice for All. I read your comment. AMG Stealth, what's going on? We are almost to 1,000 likes. We're not quite. We're just coming up on 900 likes. If you guys double tap on that screen for me, let's get to 1,000 likes. Double tap right on the screen for me. Double tap, or hit the thumbs up button if you're watching on your computer. This is a demonetized stream because of this aholio right here. Gamer King, what's going on here? I can try to explain it to you. That's a funny username, Bloodfart. Your name is Bloodfart? That is funny, dude. That's comedy. Thanks, Chad, for the super chat. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Lots of cops, man. There's so many cops. So many cops. And it's funny because I can't find the DC police takeover here, but then when Zelensky comes to town, the cops, Secret Service, it's full on. You have no idea. Well, I guess you do. I don't know why they send a cop speeding up and down this road, but they do. It's really crazy how many people have. Yeah, I appreciate you noticing that. Who said that? I can't find your comment again. Special People TV. Special People TV. I definitely am in the center, and I am impartial when it comes to these things that are happening. I don't support war. I'm a peace activist. I'm 100% against war. Thank you, Special. I appreciate you saying that. I do my best, Special People TV, to, you know, and it wasn't until got more things going on here. Hold on. Oh, wow. Here they come. Palestinian flag flying on that one. Wow. They are not effing around. Holy snarling. This is crazy. So many Secret Service and so many cops. This guy's got that look on his face like, I don't give a... He's got that I don't give a fuck look on his face, doesn't he? I'm with you. I stand with Blockbuster Video. I appreciate that, Special People. Chevy, my man, Chevy. Can you guys do me a huge favor? Say, hello, Chevy. What's up, Playboy? Team DLZ is full effect. Team DLZ is in the chat. Comes more cops flying down this road. Is there a crowd formed down there as well?
They're gonna just go right through there.
Yeah. I support your right to assemble, my friend. I support your right 100%. If you're on Ukraine's side, God bless you. I hope we get peace more than anything else. Yeah.
I work there and have friends so
Right.
we also don't want to keep Putin to come after us.
Oh, I think Putin's a piece of shit. I think he's the best politician in the world. He's the number one in my. He's got the tapes, bro. He's got the tapes. Those Epstein files. That's Benjamin Netanyahu, and Putin got the tapes of the pedophile Trump. And a lot of my audience hates that I hate Trump, but I hate Biden too. So I hate them both. I'm a hardcore centrist. I think both sides are bullshit. It's left versus right, so you're confused. That's what they do to us. That's what they do to us. That's right. It's apathy. I think it's apathy. I think people don't care. So if my audience doesn't know what apathy means when you have indifference or no caring about particular issues. And when it comes to government, I think it's apathy because people consider it too big of a institution to do anything about. And I totally disagree. If you go into government and become a government official, you can do a lot of things. But you have to get into government first. Remember the Yale study done in like 1996 that showed that the most effect you have is if you are a government official. You could be a billionaire and give all the money you want. You still don't have the same effect as if you're an actual government official. It's a Yale study. Look it up. Look it up.
Recently fired, in a really admirable kind of way.
So first of all, I hate the dumpster fire, so let's be honest about that. But I don't like so many government workers either. I'm against that.
But there are ways to reform.
Yeah, there's ways for reform. Well, well, when you take a look, yeah, public health.
I agree with workers that there are probably positions that should be studied and removed. But in terms of science and viruses that are coming up.
Mm-hmm. So you don't like RFK then? I don't know. I'm neutral. I'm just asking.
Do we have a scientist here?
So you don't like RFK?
Neighbors who work for AID.
Okay.
Who helped give children in Africa basic medicine, pregnant women. They have been doing such important work, and they are maxed. They're done.
So do you?
Now I have a neighbor who works at the Smithsonian who's being told what
To change history. Yeah, I know.
So,
I know. That's where I'm going to agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I'm Delete Lawz on YouTube. You're on it. It's live. I'm running live.
no way.
Yeah. Everything you're saying, we're putting down, Brown. Everything you're saying, we're putting down.
Luckily, I'm retired.
So do you align with the political party? Are you a Democrat?
I would say I am for civil rights, women's rights, for rights for immigrants, and definitely taking care of the planet, the water, the air. That tends to be the Democrats and not the Republicans.
So you
But
vote
I
Democrat
never-
more than Republican?
Yes.
Well, just so you know, I've never voted for a Republican once in my life. I voted Democrat all the way up till Obama disappointed us and became Obama everybody, and then I wanted him impeached. But after that, I was kind of blackpilled from the Republicans and Democrats. I think they're both scum. I think both of them lie to us and cheat us and take our money and abuse our money. And
What do you think about women's rights?
which kinds of women's rights?
The right to have contraception,
I'm all for it.
abortion.
I'm all for it. If you want to have an abortion, that's up to you.
Exactly.
But I think there should be incentives to have that kid. There should be a real. Well, obviously, I'm against racism.
Well, I would imagine that. And what about elections? Because it seems that Trump is really trying to prevent using computers, using absentee ballots or other ballots, mail-in ballots. Do you see any connecting dots between?
Yeah, I think that it's. Yeah, it's been a nightmare, and it's been an absolute nightmare, the whole thing. And my audience knows I'm not a dumpster fire supporter, and a lot of my audience is mad at me. They tell me they unsubscribe and all this stuff. But I also wasn't a Biden supporter because we were lied to for 2 years, where he was a walking zombie, and they wouldn't tell us the truth. And then we got Kamala in there, who was anointed, and she wouldn't answer a question. They said, "Hey, is the sky blue?" And she'd go, "Well, it could be blue, might be blue tomorrow." And that's why we got the dumpster fire in office, because they anointed a candidate. And I dramatically disagree with that.
I don't agree with what you're saying.
We could disagree, though.
And
Yeah, it's okay.
it's been
She was anointed, though, right? Oh, you can't continue? You can't continue? Come on. there's thousands of people no, listen, there's thousands of people watching. You have to be able to stay in a conversation. As long as I don't personally insult you or am I mean to you. I think my mom has this same thing where we can't have a talk. Yeah, no, but if I disagree with you, you want to end the conversation.
I don't think I'm articulate enough.
You are.
To present my views.
No, you're very sharp.
Are very important right now.
No, you're very sharp, and I appreciate your articulation. We disagree on some things, but we agree on a lot of things too. Do you know what I mean? I'm also for clean water, for clean air.
Not poisoning.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to me that the Republican Party is much more interested in money, and Trump is making the most money.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting.
Well, that meme coin scam, the meme coin scam. He made billions of dollars off that fake meme coin.
He's in it to get rich, and he doesn't really care about the United States democracy.
I could agree with you there. He shit on our Constitution over and over and over.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100% on that.
So, what do you think should happen?
I think we should vote him out. I think he shouldn't. When he ends this term, we make sure that he's not able to try to sneak in a third term. We get rid of the authoritarian dictatorship, because I don't agree with the police state. That's why I came here, was to film the DC police takeover. And you know what I found out? There's no DC police takeover.
Did you hear that he's going to be arming the National Guard now? Before they didn't have guns and bullets.
Yeah, I heard that.
Today.
Yeah.
So I think what's going to happen, unfortunately, is that he's just going to do as much as he can to get the military.
He did it in LA. I was just there. He brought the Marines in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the more he can do that, the more cities that's going to happen.
Yeah, you won't get me to disagree with you about the dumpster fire, but then when you start to talk about the left, then you start to lose me as well, because they lie to us so much. Do you know what I mean? It's such a lie. They constantly lie to us about how they're going to make our country better. The Republicans,
No, I'm sorry. I'm really.
What are the lies? You don't know what lies the Democrats say? I mean, Joe Biden, they were running him. Okay, how about just running Biden for president when he was completely lost? How about that? We could see he was lost, right?
That was a major mistake.
Yeah, and we got dumpster fire because of that.
What are the lies that Democrats are saying in terms of policies?
Well, I'll give you a really simple example.
Public health.
The homelessness, right? They say we got to put.
Climate change. The Republicans are saying there's no climate change.
Oh, there's climate change for sure, but are we the ones causing it? Or is it America causing that? Or is it India and China and the other countries? So we should get rid of us then?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I think there is climate change, but I don't think that we are the...
I don't think we have to get rid of human beings.
Yeah.
We need to focus on things like solar power, things like...
What about nuclear power?
If that can be made, quote unquote, safe. Now that's something that I don't know enough about.
Right. I mean,
I did.
the people who are going to...
What I'm saying is that if we have a system that puts making money over the poison that is being put into the earth.
Yeah. We have it. We have overall gigantic problems with government in general. The government, they do this left versus right thing, and one side lies to us.
It's not just government.
Yeah.
If you give businesses no accountability and make no one responsible for harm done, stop time.
No, there's nobody held accountable. There's nobody held accountable at all whatsoever. If you have enough money, you're not held accountable. Look at what's going on with the Epstein files. All the billionaires in the world are getting away with raping children, and it's being covered up. And I totally disagree with that. Do you know what I mean? And for the first time ever, I lived in California for 23 years. For the first time ever, finally Newsom actually did and said something that I could respect. I have hated Newsom the entire time, hated him, because he collected billions of dollars for homelessness, right? And then we didn't get rid of the homeless problem. They said it would cost $20 billion to get rid of homelessness. We raised that. We put that into homelessness in California. And guess what? It's never been worse. He just lied to us constantly. So it's like, you say, what do Democrats lie about? Why are you putting $20 billion into homelessness and there's still homeless people sleeping everywhere in LA? You know, that's my problem with the Democrats. They lie. Whereas the Republicans on the right, they tell you what they're going to do, and then they put this totalitarian, authoritarian police state in place that is disgusting. So which side do you want? Do you want the lies of the Democrats or the totalitarian, authoritarian police state of the...
But let's try and keep making things truly better.
Pray for peace.
You sound like, what are the women who,
The Stepford Wives?
no, the American beauty pageant.
Oh, the
Do
American...
you want?
Oh, world peace? World peace as I wave like this? Bring it in here, kid. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Little hug. It was a tough conversation. You did good. You did good. You stood in the face of someone who disagreed with you and you didn't quit the conversation. I'm very proud of you. No, I'm very proud of you. Thank you for doing that. God bless. Yeah, so if you guys want me to be a Republican or a Democrat, that's not going to happen. I can't stand either party. I'm completely against Republicans and Democrats. It is two wings of the same bird, and they're lying to you. I'm going to run as an independent. I am not going to run as a Republican. I will not run as a Democrat. It is two wings of the same bird, and they are lying. They are lying. Just depends on which side you want to be lied to. Remember, Trump came in office. He's going to release the Epstein files. We're going to release the MLK files. We're going to arrest Bill and Hillary. No, you're not. No, you're not. Just Trump lied to us, up one side and down the other. And then he said, I'm going to release the Epstein files. And he said, Trump said that the Epstein files were a hoax. And then on the other side, on the left, it was just all lies. Joe Biden is healthy. Joe Biden can run for president. Here, anoint Kamala. And then if you don't vote for her, you're racist and against women. Really? Really? You sure about that? So you won't get me to align with the left versus right paradigm. I'm a fierce independent. I'm for freedom, liberty, the First Amendment, America first. I'm for the Fourth Amendment, the right to be secure in your person, houses, papers, and effects. And that's where I stand. So you won't get me to go anywhere else. And if you guys want to be divided over me hating Trump and Biden, that's you, dude. That's you. That's because you're lost in the left-right paradigm. I'm not. I'm all for the Second Amendment. One of my best friends is Dick Heller. I'm all for the Second Amendment. What are you talking about, man? I wish I could open carry right here, right now. Well, that guy's playing that music down there, so I'm trying to...
The protest is, this place is the biggest
See, and someone just put in the BS Unleashed is in the room. BS Unleashed is in the room. So someone just wrote into the chat, I wish you would vote for women. That's like saying I wish you'd vote for Mexicans. I wish you'd vote for white people. I wish you'd vote for trans persons. I wish you'd vote for... What do you mean? I have to vote for someone based on their gender or their race? No, you don't vote for people based on their gender and their race. You vote for people based on their principles, their values, and what they're going to do once they're in government, which is change police policy from the top down, get rid of these dungeons in America. So many of my supporters, so many of Team DLZ, and I love you guys. So we just hit 1,000 likes. Right on, thanks. So many of my supporters they have this idea that if we lock up all the criminals, that it's going to make the world a better place. Well, let me tell you something. Since 1982 during Reagan's administration, we got to 1 million people in prisons alone in America in 1992, the year I graduated high school. And let me tell you what happened. Since then, we've been locking up people in the millions every single year. How's our culture? How's our country? It's shit. Drug problem's never been worse. Drinking problem's never been worse. Crime's never been worse. And we've been locking up people in the millions since 1992. So we have a major problem, and the problem is the jails and the prisons and how we treat people. Now, if you murder or you grape children, I get it. Go live in a box. But everybody else, even people who do armed robbery, putting them in a cage, if we're going to let them out again, it's only going to make our country worse. No, it wasn't. Blood fart. Blood fart. blood fart. Crime was not worse in the 90s. Crime is... Have you seen the cities in Los Angeles? Have you seen the cities in Chicago? Have you seen that everything in stores is locked behind cases? So I was explaining this to somebody on the plane on the way over here. What happened? Why did they decriminalize stealing? Because the insurance companies paid the politicians to say decriminalize stealing and the stores will get insurance and we'll cover it. Took away all personal accountability. So people are like, oh, the DA Gascon, he's the problem. He's the reason why there's crime. No, it's not. The politicians in California were paid off by the big insurance companies to pass bills that decriminalized shoplifting because the insurance companies wanted to sell insurance to Target, to Walmart, to Safeway. That's what happened. So what's the root of the problem then? Money and politics. Kind of died down a little bit here.
Further down. Yeah. You just want to stay here, you think?
There you go. There's something we agree on. There you go. There you go, brother. Right there. See that? There we go. What's up, Playboy? So Johnny J just said, I'm in Chicago for the last 42 years. Crime is the worst I've ever seen in the country. So that's what he just said. So I guess you're against the Constitution. If you put Trump 2028, I guess you're against the Constitution. Shit. You must be against the Constitution. What's up, Playboy? Let me explain something to you so that you understand it. The 22nd Amendment, and just think about the 22nd Amendment when you think about 22. You think about that as two terms for each president. So if you say Trump 2028, then you're against the Constitution. You're against our constitutional rule of law. So if you think, oh, Trump should have a third presidency because you like him, well, then which do you support? Do you support a personality or do you support the Constitution? Where do you stand? You can't say Trump 2028 and then say, oh, I'm all for the Constitution. No, you're not. You're not for the Constitution at all. What is the rule of law in America? The Constitution. What is the standard of the Constitution? The Bill of Rights. So the Bill of Rights can be amended. And how can the Bill of Rights be amended? How's that possible? Because the Constitution allows for it, that it can be amended. I believe it's Article 5 of the Constitution. So we amended the Constitution after Franklin Delano Roosevelt's presidency, where he was president 4 times. So if you say Trump 2028, then you're against the rule of law, you're against our Constitution. Well, then you're against the Constitution. You're against the rule of law. The basic standard of the rule of law, and I try to teach this, I try to explain this to people. The basic standard of the rule of law is that the United States Constitution is supreme, that you cannot go above it, you cannot go below it, you cannot go before it. The United States Constitution and the Bill of Rights is the backbone of the rule of law. Anything that goes against that rule of law is repugnant and will be struck down. That's the idea of what our U.S. Constitution is about. It's a little calmer over here on this side. Yeah, screw the rule of law, huh? Screw the rule of law. Yeah, but listen. You cannot circumvent the rule of law. You cannot do it. And if you do, this country could go to blood, to revolution. And we don't want that. We don't want that. As soon as we start shooting at each other, we've lost all civility. We've lost the ability to debate issues and have that talk. As soon as we go to violence, we've lost ourselves, we've lost our country. So a lot of people will tell me, Chille, the only way we're going to change these things is through the Second Amendment, through a revolution. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because they're ready for that. They want you to pull out a firearm and do something against the government. They want that. And if you do that, you're just going to get yourself killed and everybody who's with you. So I would just be really careful about wanting to circumvent the rule of law, because as soon as you circumvent the 22nd Amendment, then you circumvent the rule of law. And without the rule of law, we go back to what Thomas Hobbes' philosophy on the social contract was, written in 1651 in his book called Leviathan. In Leviathan, Thomas Hobbes for the first time wrote the first social contract. And in his social contract, he said that if we do not live by a standard rule of law, that it will be called bellium omnium contra omnes, which means a war of men against all men. Without law and order, where we have a standard backbone rule of law, then men will kill each other. Now, if you create a constitution and a Bill of Rights, and you create a 22nd Amendment that the president can only be president twice, and then you find a way to circumvent that by having a vice president run and the president take over, no, you're going to enter into a revolution is what's going to happen. And I don't want that. I don't want to see people get shot in the streets. You guys can write in the chat whatever you want, but please don't spam and please don't personally insult me. I haven't insulted any of you. If you spam or you insult me, the moderators will definitely put you in a timeout for sure. I've got a really tight team of moderators who have been with me for years. So, you know, just keep the conversation civil, you know what I'm saying? We should all be able to talk. Don't spam the chat. If you start putting, you know, Trump 2028 or Biden 2028 or whatever you put over and over and over, the mods will put you in timeout. I can read your comments, Jonathan. Doesn't look like you're blocked to me. I agree with you, Doug. Doug's got the comment of the day. Everybody read Doug's comment. We are already at a revolution because it's rich versus poor. And that's the fact. It's elitist versus commoners. We are the peons, and it's elitist versus us. That's what it really is. Swamp Fox News. Franklin Delano Roosevelt ran 3 times. No. Franklin Delano, Swamp Fox News. Love you, man. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming, brother. Franklin Delano Roosevelt ran 4 times. He ran in 1933, 1937, 1942, and 1945. I think I have my years a little bit fucked up there, but Roosevelt started in 33 because he put the very first Supreme Court justice he put in was Hugo Black, the senator from Alabama, and then he ran again in 36, officially going into 37. Then he ran again in 40, going to 44, and then he ran again in 44, going into 45. He died April 12th, 1945, just 52 days after he was elected into office. I can see you, Tennessee kid. I can see you. That's exactly why they did it. You're welcome to support Ukraine all you want, my friend. You're welcome to support anybody you want. Jeff Hates Pigs. Jeff Hates Pigs is in the chat. What's going on, Jeff Hates Pigs? What is going on? Totally agree with you, Phil. Phil said, protect our Constitution by education to all Americans. I agree with you right there. What? So now you have, because you're allowed to play sound here, you have two different sounds. It sounds like Ukrainian music and then some random American music. But that whole idea to me is like, if you're gonna have assembly here, I don't think you should be able to drown out each other with music. I think it's a flawed concept. Check this out. What the hell is that? Yeah, Melissa, of course it's peaceful. There's about 1,000 cops here, and they're all carrying. Some of these guys have heavy, heavy weaponry. So, people that don't want to get shot. Truth Slayer wrote something interesting. I'm not sure if you were listening to what I'm saying, Truth Slayer, but I'm all for the rule of law. Truth Slayer said, okay, well, if Americans can't govern themselves, then who do you suggest do it? You can't have a completely free society. Not every human will be able to abide by. So they should be made an example of. I'm not really sure what you mean by that, but I don't think so. I think when you try to make examples out of people, you create a tyrannical state. Oh, you know, you did this or you did that, so we're going to make an example out of you. It's so morbid, so twisted. Hey, thanks for the super chat. HDP Chandler. Hey, HDP, how's it going, man? HDP, you see that we brought in a little help for you. I agree with you there, Molly. I think, is that a Swiss flag? Finnish? Can I see it again? This is a Finnish flag? So are you supporting Finland today? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh yeah, Kurt, I saw your question for the first time just now. What do you want me to list every policy I support or don't support? Come on, Kurt. Come on, Kurt. I can't do everything. How you guys doing? Looks like it calmed down, didn't it? Yeah. Calmed down. A lot more peaceful now. I would ask them questions, but they won't answer any questions. If I try to ask them anything, they'll tell me they're not going to answer. Kurt said, I asked you a dozen times what policies you support, and you just duck. Brother Kurt, you're new to my channel. What I support and what I don't support is very widely distributed on my channel. I have no problem telling you exactly how I feel about whatever it may be. Right on, you guys double tap on the screen, hit the like button real quick, double tap on the screen. We're just gonna walk down here. I just wanna see if this road over here is blocked off. I think that it is. So I think that road is blocked off. Aww. He's so cute. But that dog will rip your head off. It's a cute dog though. Oh, so cute. Exactly correct. Gildas said, without the French, you would still have a king. That's exactly correct. If people don't understand the contribution that France did for the United States, we wouldn't even have a country. We wouldn't have won the Revolutionary War against England without France. It's just a plain simple fact. That's just the way it is. I wish that wasn't true, but it is true. So I understand the French contribution to the United States, 100%. So it looks like they have all the roads around here blocked off. I just wanted to see if every road around the White House was blocked off, and it is. Yeah, justice for all. We agree there, 100%. I think I was talking to Mr. Heller about this yesterday, about the the way. I was talking yesterday about the way Trump does diplomacy. And when you talk about diplomacy, you're talking about coming into office and saying that we're going to take over Canada, that we're going to make Canada the 51st state, that we're going to take over Greenland, we're going to take over Gaza, we're going to take over Panama. Like, how many places does Trump want to take over? And when you start to say things like that, as far as being diplomatic, what you're going to do is you're going to turn not only those 4 countries against us, you're going to turn people who support those countries against us. So I have not been a fan of this kind of governing. It's to me, Mr. Trump has shown an authoritarian, totalitarian, right-wing, jackboot, thug pig police state is what he has done. And because of that, I have been vehemently against him. I do not agree with hiring 30,000 new cops and respect ICE and all. No. I don't agree with masked police and no due process. So, it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's been a dumpster fire. Now, on the other side of that, you had a completely senile old man and an anointed woman who couldn't speak. And she would get on camera, and the fact that the camera was on her and everybody was paying attention to her, and she'd be like, oh, hi, and she would coo and goo and ooh and laugh. And the truth is she's not equipped to be the leader of a McDonald's crew, let alone the United States. So that's just the plain simple fact. If you think Kamala Harris was a leader in any way, shape, or form, then you don't know she sucked dick to get all the way to where she was. Literally, Kamala Harris blew dudes to get to where she was. So, we're in an absolute tyrannical state, and I think that the only way that we can get our way out of it is to actually get an independent party that comes into power and stops lying to the people. Whether you're on the left or on the right, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, what's happened is the government officials who we elect lie to us about everything constantly. And they believe that if we keep locking people up, if we keep locking people in cages, that we're going to get rid of the drug problem. We're going to get rid of child pedophilia. And then meanwhile, though, a good portion of people in government are involved in those pedophile rings. So the idea, though, that lock them up, it hasn't worked. It has not worked. And we need massive, absolute, fundamental change. And so I think if you continue to vote Republican or Democrat, you're going to get the same shit, different day. Coming back into the assembly here. Man, if I don't ask people to like the video, then I don't get any likes on my video. It's so weird. So do me a favor, like the video, tap on your screen if you would, please. Let's get a couple hundred likes with 1,000 people. Let's get a couple hundred likes right here. Double tap on the screen, hit that thumbs up button, drop in the chat. Team DLZ, we don't stop. We don't stop. Credit 7 edits, how do we deal with them? I think we create an island like Epstein's Island, and we drop them off there, and we put barracks in. And all we do is drop off food twice a month, let them fend for themselves. No security, no nothing. Just drop off those pedos on an island. They want to live on Epstein Island? Let's give them Epstein Island. Let's send all the pedos to Epstein Island. Put a few skiff boats around there with gunmen on it. You can get in the water, but you'll get shot. That's what I think we should do. We should completely get rid of all pedophiles. They should all be deported onto an island. People are like, deport, deport, deport. Yeah, deport the pedos. What's going on, man? Why the NYPD hat? Are you a former NYPD? And you live here now? Okay, you just visited? God bless, dude. Have a good trip. Hope you enjoy DC. I mean, that's what I would like to do with the pedophiles. I would like to drop off the pedophiles on an island, but first we castrate them, so we mess up their hormones, so hopefully they all deal with each other in the harshest way possible. I cannot stand people who hurt children. It just makes me sick. So that's what I think. So here's a bigger view of what's happening over here. Let me come over here. Oh, really, meme? Oh, really? I'm obsessed with Pedo Island. Is that what you said? No. I'm obsessed with holding people accountable who raped children. That's what I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with releasing the Epstein list that is real. That's what I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with justice. That's what I'm obsessed with. So I don't mind at all that you say I'm obsessed with putting pedophiles on an island. If I was the leader, I would create an island, and if you were guilty of being a pedo, I would put you on that island, is what I would do. And I'm all for due process. You would go through due process of court. If we found you that you were raping children, you would go to an island. So I don't know why you're not obsessed with it. Yeah, Trump and Clinton can be stalemates. There we go. Nick Nelson with the best comment of the day. Nick, that best sums up exactly how I feel. I'm pretty sure Trump's a pedo, and I'm pretty sure Bill Clinton is a pedo. Both of them can be cellmates as far as I'm concerned. I totally agree with you. There's a perfect example of left versus right. The right says, oh, get Bill Clinton, he's a pedo. And the left says, oh, get Trump, he's a pedo. How about this? They both are. How about this? They both are. Put a 1 in the chat if both of them are guilty. What are you talking about? I watch Jimmy Dore every day. What are you talking about? Man, it's so weird. When I get a stream like this where, 500,000 people come through, you get people come in here and say weird shit to me because you don't watch my channel. You don't know what my views are. Lock them both up. That's what I'm for. No, you got to find somebody guilty in a court of law. Same thing with the illegal immigrants. If you want to deport illegal immigrants because they're here illegally and they've committed a heinous crime, I'm all for it. If you want to lock them in a prison, you got to put them through a court process. Now, don't get me wrong. If we catch you on camera, shooting, hurting, graping, then we know what you did. It's on camera, and we can give you due process rather quickly. But the illegal immigrants who are here that are being attacked, I think it's like 78% or something like that are not criminals. They're just landscapers and gardeners and cooks and maids, and that was scary. Jeff hates pigs. What? This guy writes in the comments just now, because your guy got caught, so label the other guy the same. My guy? I don't vote Republican, I don't vote Democrat. So you tell me who my guy is, first of all. And then second of all, which one of these elitist, rich politicians has been caught being a pedo? I know one called the Epstein files a hoax. I know the other one is a bunch of Epstein portraits in his mansion in Manhattan. So I don't really know what you're talking about. Joseph said, my guy is God. That's hilarious. That guy playing the music really ruined what I was doing. Hurt me for sure. They hurt me for sure. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate that, man. I saw that, Smoking Guns. I saw that. So Smoking Guns right now just put a comment in there. I appreciate that. We got a call. I appreciate that. You guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Tap on the screen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because I'll be going live for the next week here in DC. I will be covering. Now, I came here to check out the Trump DC police takeover, and let me just tell you, it has not happened. Sammy Lindstrom, good to see you. First time I'm seeing you. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? Everybody say hello to my friend Sammy in the chat. So I came here to cover the Trump DC police takeover. Well, let me tell you something. After driving around with Dick Heller for 2 days, going to every single poverty-stricken area in Washington, D.C., we drove around in the car yesterday for 3 hours. There is no police state takeover here. Just like the LA riots were not real. It was a total lie. It's the exact same thing here with the police state. They have not turned this place into a police state. It is not. Now, there are some isolated incidents. They're heinous, for sure. But, you know, I expected to see a police state like we did over COVID. And that has not happened. It just has not. But either way, for everybody here, if you support the right for me to be pressed, for these people to assemble, for you to have your religion, for you to petition, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat for the First Amendment. If you support the First Amendment, put a 1 in the chat, because that, to me, without your right to speech, then you have no voice. Without your right to be the press, then you can't take your speech and amplify it. Without your right to assemble, then you have no way to spread your message of your speech, of your press to an assembly. Without your right to petition the government, then you have no right to write down what you say in your speech. You have no right to assemble. You have no right. Without the right to petition, you lose the other rights. And without your right to have freedom of religion, for you to believe in any God that you want, then you're going to have a tyrannical government that will hurt and kill you for your own beliefs, which is, it's all about the First Amendment. And then the Second Amendment backs up the First Amendment. If you don't have the Second Amendment, you're not going to have the First Amendment. Tennessee Kid, I read your comment. I'm not really sure what you mean by the comment, though. So I'm not going to say anything about it because I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry you did 11 years in federal prison. I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't think prison made you a better person. I think it made your life harder, and I think it caused you a lot of PTSD and stress. So this is a Ukrainian song here. I read a really funny comment earlier. Somebody said he has a sign that says taco, but he doesn't have any tacos. I thought that was hilarious. I disagree with deporting MAGA supporters. I completely disagree with deporting MAGA supporters. People are free to be MAGA all they want. I don't agree with them, but they're welcome to do it, and I don't think they should be deported. I don't think they're deplorable. I think they see the world different than I do, but I don't think they should be deported. I don't think their rights should be hindered at all whatsoever. Freedom. Freedom is a dangerous, hard thing to deal with. And so when you have freedom, you're gonna have people who disagree with you and people who agree with you. Oh yeah, that's funny. So Josh Dion just said he's from China, a cross between Canada and China. And he said that government up here is more like China. Yeah, I totally agree. What Canada has been doing and what England has been doing, I find to be absolutely deplorable. I mean, If you want to talk about deplorable, what Canada and England are doing to their people is just disgusting. It is just disgusting. It really is. I cannot square what Canada and England is doing against free speech. They don't have free speech in those countries. You see, now what was I talking about? I was talking about the First Amendment. How important is it to have our First Amendment? Look what's going on in Canada and England. In England, you're getting arrested for all kinds of stuff. This guy's coming down the road in a hat, glasses, and hoodie in a total police state takeover here. And this isn't a police state takeover. This is security for world leaders who are meeting at the White House right over here. So this is security for that. I came here for the police state takeover, and there was none. There is no police state takeover. So, yeah, and then B said, as a Brit, this is 100% true. Facebook is the problem? Oh, no, B. I agreed with you, B. No, B. Facebook is not the problem. Your government is the problem. Your government is the problem. You should be able to say, and people in the chat, you can say, deport, deport, deport. You should be able to say you hate the immigrants, you love the immigrants. Your government who's arresting people for posting their thoughts on Facebook. That's the problem. It's not Facebook that's the problem. Facebook gives you a conduit to use your free speech. Your British government arresting people for speaking how they feel about the immigrant problem in England, that's the real travesty, in my opinion.
Hey, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
You look like you know what's going on here.
These people are assembling and they're supporting Ukraine. And what's going on is Zelensky's meeting with Trump in the White House.
Really? Oh, right.
That's what's happening right now.
Live?
I'm live. There's about 600 people watching right now, man. Do you have an Instagram or anything you want to promote?
Oh, I don't do that. I mean, I have an Instagram, but it's just for friends. You know?
Oh, that's cool. What's that shirt mean?
This shirt?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, I'm proud to be an American.
Dude, I'm with you all the way. America all the way, brother. I love this country. Oh, you're a pilot?
We're both pilots.
Oh, right on, brother. Right on, dude.
So what do you do?
I'm a journalist. I'm a civil rights activist. That's what I do. Yeah. It's a tough road, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have chosen this. I think I would have remained a faceless educator from 2020.
Yeah.
Because I had a pretty big TikTok thing, and the problem is when you show your face, then people create biases against you because of your skin color, your height, your weight, everything, your political position, whatever it may be. People form biases against you. And in my particular case, what they did is because I was clearly the most popular civil rights activist on TikTok, they decided that they would make up that I was racist. They just made it up one day. They did full investigations on me. There's no racism in my past, but they made it up.
Just because I saw it.
Because I was more popular than they were.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
There's a piece of shit named Jolly Ginger, him and a guy named I Speak, with a guy named Talib Kweli.
His name sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, Jolly, he's a piece of shit.
That sounds like a dumbass.
Oh, he's a piece of shit. He made up that I made a bunch of videos about me calling me racist. Now back then they said don't sue other creators. Yeah. Today, I would sue his fucking fat ass in 2 seconds flat. Yeah. They just made it up. They just made up that I was racist.
Yeah, anything racist now. Anybody can say anything.
Now it's a badge of honor. Then I went to Turning Point USA, which I now have kind of walked away from because of their views on gays. I just have no problem with gay people, and they do. So, but then I went to Turning Point USA, and I met a bunch of people, and they were like, "Oh, you got called racist? Congratulations!" This is 2020 though, when you could still be canceled. But people literally made up stories about me. It was insane because I got 750 million views in 3 months, 250 million views every month by just teaching history. It was about 10 grand a month. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But then all my accounts got deleted because I got downvoted because TikTok is a communist platform. Meaning that you could have a dog and a kitty cat playing, and if enough people downvote your video, it'll get removed. So that's what they did.
What are you live on?
This is on YouTube on Delete Lawz. You can turn it on now. Turn it on your phone. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. Delete Lawz. I'm fierce independent, man. I don't believe in the left versus right paradigm. I think it's two wings of the same bird. It's a scam. What do you want? Do you want the totalitarian authoritarianism of the right, or do you want the lies and the deceit of the left? You can't decide. So that's why I'm fiercely independent. I hate Trump and Biden. I hate them both. I think Clinton and Trump are both pedophiles. Not one. I think they both are pedophiles. And my audience, I get every day people say, I unsubscribed because you don't like Trump. Well, see ya. I'm going to miss you.
They can assume that you like Trump just because you don't like the left.
I hate the left and I hate Trump. And so I hate them both. Now, I don't hate all of the left. I'm pro-choice, so I'm for women having the right to choose. Even if you disagree with it, I'm still pro-choice, and I'm pro-Second Amendment all the way. I wish I could carry a gun right here, right now.
Yeah, and that's two things that almost never line
So the
up.
left won't take me, and the right won't take me. That's right. That's right. I'm for America first. I don't want to fund any other wars. I don't want to spend all of our money goes to wars, bombs, cops, and cages. That's what all of our tax dollars go to. Either that or it's funneled into some bullshit like USAID. It's funneled. It's just such a. And I've made my opinions completely clear to my audience. I have not held back at all. And if people like me, they like me. If they don't like me, you don't have to like me. There's people out there that you might like. Go to someone who's indentured on the left. If I was indentured on the left or the right, I would have millions of YouTube subscribers. But I'm stuck at about 650,000 because I won't choose the left right. I think it's a scam. Democrats and Republicans they put a show on so that they can, we're fighting. Then they go behind doors and they shake hands and blow each other.
Upon the candidates that we have as a potential president, who do you like?
I like Thomas Massey right now. I like Thomas Massey, and I've never voted for Republican once, but I like Thomas Massey because he's saying the truth out loud at his own detriment, at people attacking him, and and I'm from Jewish descent, so I'm not against my own people, but I'm against what Netanyahu's doing.
Yeah.
I'm against that, but that doesn't mean I don't like Jewish people. I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm fucking come from Jewish people. Like, what are you talking about? But I think it's important that you articulate and state your positions out loud and let people decide if they like you or not. Do you know what I mean? So I think he got caught up in a political firestorm, and I think what he did with Doge, I think what Trump did with the ICE immigration and the border policies, what Trump has done is the tourism industry is $1 trillion industry, and Trump has ruined our tourism industry. So every dime we saved in Doge, Canadians are not coming here, Europeans are not coming here. Vegas is flat. It's like it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare right now. Like, subscribe, share. Delete Lawz. See my hat? Delete Lawz. Delete Lawz. Well, you get some imposters and stuff like that.
All right, there you go. There's another subscriber.
God bless you guys. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Why would someone call that kid gay? And what if he was gay? Who gives a shit? Yeah, I think I pretty much, someone said I won't state my policies and my positions. I think I pretty much just did, didn't I? I think I pretty much just did, right? I wonder if the meeting is over because the Secret Service and the cops are starting to stir here a little bit. No, I'm for America all the way, dude. I'm not against my country. This is where I'm from. This is where I live. I'm definitely not against America. That would be preposterous in my opinion. There are some people who are anti-American. I'm just not one of them. I'm 100% for this country, and I will live and die. There you go, Valerie. Valerie with the best comment. You can love your country and not love your government. Valerie, comment of the day. That's it right there. That's exactly how I feel. You nailed it right there, Valerie. That's exactly how I feel. I don't like this government for sure, but I definitely love the amended Constitution, not the original Constitution. When we amend the Constitution, you change the Constitution. So I'm for the amended Constitution, but there are a few more things that need to change. OTVO. Put it in the chat, everybody. OTVO running through the chat. Put it in there. Everybody put OTVO in the chat. Hit the like button. Double tap on your screen. Hit the like button. So the really cool thing about DC is the racial demographic. It is almost exactly 50-50 black white, and there's I think it's 48% black, and then I think it's 40-something% white, and then you have a mix of different Asian, Mexican, South American here. But you have almost an exact split of black white here. But then the you can see the haves and the have-nots in Washington, D.C. so much more clear than you can see it in other cities. Yeah, Nick. So Nick right there, Nick Nelson is listing what things need to be amended in our Constitution. Good job, Nick. Nick said politicians cannot own private stock. Number 2, age limits on holding office. Number 3, reading comprehension tests to vote on a bill. Those are your opinions, Nick. I don't necessarily agree with all those, but at least you're thinking, dude. Do you guys want to see the heated interaction that I had with this cop earlier today? I literally told him to go fly a kite right in his face because he gave me an unlawful order, and I just took him apart. I really did. I took the man apart. Make DC great again? I wonder when DC was great. Was that before or after the Organic Act? When was DC great? Just trying to figure that out. When was DC great? Make DC great again, which was, when was that? Dick Law got timed out? Come on, Dick Law. Don't get timed out, bro. Yep, Trump and Zelensky are speaking right now. JC, FTP. There you go, JC. There you go, FTP. Before blacks moved in? So I think you might want to check your history. So I asked the question, what make DC great again? And I asked, when was DC great? And someone just put in the comments, before blacks moved in. Oh, my friend, you're talking to a guy who studies history pretty intensely. Washington, D.C. had more black people than white people because it was packed full of slaves. I don't know what you're talking about. There was more black people here before. Now, when did the black people leave? Black people left Washington, D.C. Well, no, that's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. Let me make sure I speak properly here. Right, so not 1782, it would be 1882. So the thrifty dad, what's happening here right now is Zelensky's meeting here. I came to DC from Los Angeles. I came to DC from LA to cover the police state takeover, the DC Trump takeover of the police. For 2 days, I've been driving around with Dick Heller trying to find this police state takeover, and we could not find it. So I haven't seen the police takeover. I know that there has been some tyrannical isolated incidents, but I haven't seen it. So the police and the Secret Service and everything you're seeing here, this is only because there are world leaders meeting in the White House. And so that's why you see so many cops and you see so many Secret Service milling around here. Thanks, KT. I am God. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Donald Chump. That's a good one. It was great. I don't know when it was great. Protesting is overrated, says somebody in the crowd. I don't think. What do you guys think? Put a 1 in the chat if protests are important. Put a 2 in the chat if protests are overrated. Put a 1 in the chat if protests are important. Put a 2 in the chat if protests are overrated. Let's see. Brett, you're welcome to say that. Just don't spam, brother. 1 in the chat if you support protests. 2 in the chat if you think they're overrated. Wow, that's a really interesting mix. Wow, I would say there's as many 1s and 2s. Holy shit. I did not expect to see that. That is so interesting. Wow, a lot of people. Holy shit. Are you guys seeing this? Wow. Yeah, I'm for single bill legislation. One issue on each bill. That's what I'm for. So, Icky Guy said, if you say 2, you should leave this country. Stop giving away your rights. I totally agree with you there, Icky Guy. I totally agree with you. I think protests, if you guys want my opinion, I think protests are extraordinarily important. And you can bring this all the way back to John Quincy Adams. So when is the first government protest? It's not the first, but when is the big first government protest inside of the government? It's after John Quincy Adams, the 6th president of the United States, right before Andrew Jackson, the 7th president of the United States. John Quincy Adams protested that he didn't have a right to say that slavery should be abolished. And the government had created laws, Andrew Jackson, that said that you couldn't even pass a bill that said you should get rid of slavery. And so John Quincy Adams brought 1,000 petitions to the floor of Congress and said, I will petition and protest slavery. And so John Quincy Adams goes down in history as one of those presidents who's so inconsequential because he didn't get a lot done during his presidential term. But what you may not know is that John Quincy Adams, the son of John Adams, who would pass the Sedition and Alien Acts of 1798, right? The son of his, John Quincy Adams, becomes the 6th president. John Adams is the 2nd president. John Quincy Adams is the 6th president. John Quincy Adams, after he left the presidency, I believe it's 1831, after he left the presidency, because you have Andrew Jackson, 1833 to 1837, 1841. So and then you have the little magician, Van Buren, takes over after Andrew Jackson. But John Quincy Adams is still a politician. He's still the representative of his state, and he's still in government. And he creates the very first that I recognize as one of the first, not the first, but internal government protests where he took on the president and Congress by petitioning to abolish slavery when they had passed a District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. ordinance that you couldn't bring a petition to the House floor of protesting slavery. John Quincy Adams did it anyway. I think protesting is extraordinarily important, even if it disrupts your day. If you guys learned anything just now, double tap on the screen, hit the like button. Double tap on the screen, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, 12th man, that's what they want. 12th man, they want you working on a hamster wheel so you can never have financial independence. That's what they want. Who has time to protest? People who sacrifice their own money. People who sacrifice their own well-being, their own life, their own livelihood. They go out and protest because they disagree with what's happening. That's awesome. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know who you are. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Super duper appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's OTVO is in the chat, everybody. Yeah, thanks for saying that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Very kind of you. I actually like the Ukrainian national anthem. I actually like it. I think it sounds really beautiful. I don't know what the words are, obviously, but it's really beautiful. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. The Thrifty Dad, they are not protesting, they are assembling. This is not a protest, this is an assembly, which is your First Amendment right to assemble. If you don't support these people's right to assemble, then who's going to support your right when you want to assemble for your cause? We have to respect the First Amendment. If we don't respect the First Amendment for these people, even if you disagree with this, if we don't respect their right to assemble, when it's your turn to assemble, what if someone doesn't respect your rights? This could be a Russian delegation celebrating Putin, and I will cover it, and I would tell them that they have every right to have an assembly here. What are you talking about? You don't need a permit to assemble, my friend. You don't need a permit to assemble on the sidewalk. And where does the sidewalk rule come from? Where is the First Amendment respected in the United States Constitution for your right to assemble on a public sidewalk? Through the 1969 case of Shuttlesworth versus City of Birmingham. In Shuttlesworth versus City of Birmingham, the Supreme Court stated that sidewalks are a public thoroughfare where people stop and talk about the issues of the day. You have a right to assemble on a public sidewalk. You have a right to your religion, assembly, speech, press, petition. You have all the rights that you could do on the sidewalk of the First Amendment. No, I know, Thrifty Dad. Thrifty Dad, I'm a passionate person who has studied our government and the Constitution for a very long time. So if I say anything to you, I'm not cutting you down. I'm just very passionate about your rights. If you strip away anybody's rights, it ruins everything for everybody else. So welcome, everybody, welcome Thrifty Dad. Hit the subscribe button, Thrifty Dad. I want to see more of you in here, man. Thanks for your comments. Rebel Duster, we're the ones who are paying for the bombs for Ukraine and Russia. What are you talking about, man? We're the ones who are paying for the bombs in Gaza. I think that this is an important assembly here today, is what I think. I agree with you, 12th man. I agree with you. We've kind of lost our way because everything's been politicized. Either you're on the left or the right, and that's why I so vehemently bash both Republicans and Democrats. They're both two wings of the same bird. They're absolutely scumbags. Well, you assemble so that you can you assemble so that you can get a group of people together to assemble together to support a cause. They're supporting Ukraine, and they have a right to do it. Purple, I support American allies. Which allies are you talking about? Because I don't know who our allies are anymore. Did you get my email, Dan Hanlon? Everybody say hello to my friend Dan Hanlon. Dan Hanlon's in the chat. How you doing? Dan Hanlon is in the chat, everybody. Everybody say hello to my buddy Dan. Really appreciate yesterday people who donated to my friend in jail, Bobby Mills. I really appreciate you guys. Member of Team DLZ is locked up in jail. Check your email, Dan Hanlon. Free Wanda Meese. Victor got it going. Free Wanda Meese. Free Wanda Meese. I totally agree. Just so you know, Wanda Meese is the name of the channel. The man who runs the channel is named Bobby Mills. Wanda Meese is the channel name. Bobby Mills is the name of the man who runs the channel. That's right, Steve Waldron. Alaska was a part of Russia. For 5 points, list who bought Alaska and what year they bought Alaska and whose administration they're under. That's the really strange part about Alaska coming into the fray when we bought Alaska. And don't look it up. You should be able to know it off the top of your head. Well, that's not true. You shouldn't be able to know. I'm from Alaska, so obviously I know the history. It was actually 1867 under Andrew Johnson's administration. Fred Seward, who was secretary for Andrew Johnson, went and cut a deal with Russia to buy Alaska for 2.2 cents per acre. It was the best land buy in the history of time because Alaska is rich in natural resources. The number one natural resource is oil. The number two natural resource is sea life, and what we can offer to the entire world through fishing in Alaska. So it's been pretty substantial what we did. And the ironic part for me is that Fred Seward, I think, was he Secretary of Interior or was he Secretary of State? I think Fred Seward may have been Secretary of State. Someone can look that up for me, I'm not 100% sure. But Fred Seward worked for Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson, one of the worst presidents in US history. He went and bought Russia, 1867. And now for 5 points, when did Alaska get statehood? It was what year was it? 19, what was the year that Alaska got statehood? Anybody? Does anybody know what year Alaska became a state? So there it is, boom, 1959. You got it, Power Surge. That's exactly right. Dan Hamlin, that's exactly correct. 1959. 5 points. For 5 points, what was the date? What month and day was Alaska bought? Or what month and day did Alaska get statehood in these United States? Brandon Mitchell, what's going on, Playboy? Yeah, so I was raised on the Seward Peninsula. It's actually called the Kenai Peninsula now, but originally it was named after Seward, who Seward is on the peninsula, on the Kenai Peninsula in Alaska. Well, Shelby, I'm from Alaska, so I care about it. Obviously, as I was raised in Alaska, I deeply care about Alaska. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine? Is that right, Gob? So can someone look that up? It was 2.2 cents an acre in 1867, but what's the value of 2.2 cents an acre? What's the value of 2.2 cents from 1867 to 2025? Let's see if Gob is correct. If you go to the Kenai Peninsula. Go to the Kenai Peninsula. The Kenai Peninsula is the most beautiful part of Alaska. The most beautiful by far. And I was raised on that peninsula. So it is really a beautiful place to be. No, I definitely am not left or right. Thank you for clarifying for anybody. I do not support Republicans or Democrats. Two wings of the same bird, my friend. Don't be fooled by these liars. Don't be fooled by Republicans and Democrats. They're lying to you. They are lying to you. I mean, I think this is just a cool shot, isn't it? Like, you may not agree with, supporting Ukraine, but this is such a cool shot to see all these people assembling right in front of the White House. That is really cool. I mean, I think that's democracy in action, using your right to assemble. I'm in Washington, D.C. Totally agree with you, Power Surge. Yeah, yeah, we did dox the president's house. He's at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, which is exactly right there. It says 1600 Pennsylvania. Oh, this is great. Look at this. Look how nice DC is. Look how much money we spend in this place. Boy, Pete, you got some really funny perspectives. Nebraska? I don't know, brother. I don't know if we should move the capital to Nebraska. I don't know about that, brother. I don't know. Did you guys hit the like button? Did everybody tap on your screen, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button on your computer? If you would, please. Britain's got some big problems right now. I think the biggest problem in Britain is your freedom of speech is gone. And because your freedom of speech is gone, you can't really protest what you actually care about there, which is you guys have an immigrant problem. You have a lawlessness problem in Britain, which is crazy because you guys have closed circuit television. You should be able to catch everybody who's horrifically bad lawmakers. Good to see you, Sally. Free Wanda Mees. Free Wanda Mees. We're gonna keep going. Guys like Dan Hanlon, who sent in a donation last night, today. We're gonna keep money on his books while he's in jail. We're gonna keep at least $50 a week on his books every single week, just like we did for Craig Henry. We did the exact same thing for Craig. We did that for 9 months. You guys know that, right? I'm not sure if you guys know this or not. Thank you. Just like we did for Craig Henry. You guys know we put $50 a week, every single week that Craig Henry was in jail, on his books, every week. Week in, week out, I never missed. So, and I didn't miss because of you guys donated, and I kept that money going on Craig Henry's books every single week. We're gonna do the same thing for Wanda Mees. We're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna keep some money on his books so he can buy some cookies, buy some commissary. We're gonna keep some money on his books. That's what we're gonna do. Because if you were in jail and you were wrongfully incarcerated for filming cops and being a little mouthy, I can't let that go, you know? I gotta support that man until he gets out of that dungeon. So I'll do everything that I possibly can to support him. And guys like Dan Hanlon, guys like Let's OTVO, and then someone else threw in 25 yesterday. I can't remember that name off the top of my head.
Anything helps.
Gloria, KT, how you guys doing? Yeah, that's thanks, Rebel Duster. I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys you cannot categorize. You cannot categorize me on the left or the right. I'm an independent person. I believe in freedom. I believe in the Constitution and our Bill of Rights. You can't say I'm on the left or the right. It's just not true. It's just not true. I don't support Republicans or Democrats, so it's not true. I have some very leftist ideas. I have some very hard right ideas. So, you know, we're all people. We all have different views and stuff. Let me see what we got here. What do we got? Yeah, I agree with you, Power Surge. War is expensive. So good to see everybody. So good to see everybody. Yeah, there you go, smoking guns. That's exactly correct. There you are, the Fallen. There you are. What's going on, Fallen? Haven't seen you in a minute. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm super glad you're here. Yeah, war is profitable. All right, listen, I have a really great video put out for you guys. I have an 8-minute and 20-second clip where if you guys like the old school delete Lawz, the video I'm gonna put out in like an hour is old school delete Lawz. That cop gave me an unlawful order and I didn't mean to, but I let him have it. I let him have it. He got really butthurt pig. He was a butthurt pig. He was giving unlawful orders and I let him have it. I have that video. I'm gonna air the entire thing. It's only 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm gonna put that out. I'm gonna go back and meet up with Dick Heller right now. So I gotta get the flock out of here. But I'm super grateful for everybody coming. Thanks you guys for tapping on the screen, liking. Thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my friend D, my buddy D, who made it possible for me to come out here. Super grateful, dude. I wouldn't have been able to come here if you hadn't helped me. I'm really, really grateful. Thanks. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that I love you. We are Team DLZ. We don't stop. Put it in the chat. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. We have some really great stuff happening right now. I'll let you know more as soon as we're there. But really great stuff happening going on now. All right, I'll get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you on the next one.